Hi, good afternoon. You're on Harley Gold here. Please, what is MISA
MISA is the Metropolitan Immigrant Settlement Association.
and what do you guys offer?
MISA offers a range of settlement services that provide help for newcomers when they first come into Nova Scotia.
Is it only for immigrants or anybody, like anybody who moves into Halifax? You can, from any part of the country, or only people who are from outside Canada who qualifies for your assistance?
The people who qualify for our assistance are immigrants, people who are from outside the country, but we do get people who are immigrants who come from different provinces. They're also eligible for our services.
And who is HILC, Halifax Immigrant Learning Center?
Yeah, Halifax Immigrant Learning Centre is an organisation been around for over 20 years. It's been providing English as a second language services for newcomers.
So why are you amalgamating with HILC now?
Well, the two organisations have been co-locating for the last 6 years, and in the last 6 years the programming has become more integrated. And quite honestly, what we're doing with the merger, the official merger, is the administrative side catching up with the service delivery side. We're already delivering services in an integrated manner, and we're trying to let the organisation actually reflect that as well.
Is it an economic policy, or financial problems going on? That is why you want to cut down costs for amalgamating both?
We're not in a state of crisis. We're doing it in order to benefit immigrants. This is both organisations have been around for many years, and we want to provide a more holistic service for immigrants. They're the same clients who come to both organisations, and we want to make sure that the programming is integrated, so that clients are not jumping from programming to another, and they can move through a continuum of services.
Previously, what made immigrants to leave Halifax or maybe Nova Scotia for other provinces?
Oh, that's a difficult question. It depends. Some people will leave because they have family or friends in other parts of the country. Some people will leave for jobs. Those are probably the two most, the two top reasons why people leave Nova Scotia. But the numbers from the last census from about 4 or 5 years ago have actually turned around. We always used to say that round about 35% of immigrants stayed in Nova Scotia, 65% left, and that has actually turned around now in the last few years. And now it's high 60s, low 70s, depends what stats you're looking at, that actually stay in Nova Scotia now. So that's made a big difference.
So what's so convincing by these two organizations coming together that will propel immigrants to choose Nova Scotia as home, not just as a stepping stone to other provinces in Canada?
Well, we hope we provide a range of services and that they're available quite quickly to be able to help immigrants integrate. People will come in through our doors and they will be able to get the full range of services that they need, or we can refer them on to other organizations if we don't have the services, to be able to get them the services, the programs, the knowledge, the skills that they need as soon as they can.
So what is going to be done with these two organizations coming together, which is better than what the immigrants were used to, that will propel them to stay?
For the immigrants, from one day to the next, from the day we weren't merged to the next day, quite honestly, nothing will change much, because we were always providing the services for immigrants, and so from one day to the next we will be providing the same services. What we're trying to do is to streamline them so that they're not jumping from one program to another, that it's more, as I said earlier, that it's more of a continuum of services, and that people don't fall through the gaps.
So what made you guys even bring up this organization MISA in the first place? What prompted the originators of MISA?
Many years ago, you mean?
Many years ago, yes. And how long ago?
Okay. I was actually, before the merger, I was the executive director of the Halifax Immigrant Learning Centre, so that's been around 21 years. MISA, we moved in with MISA 6 years ago. As I said, MISA has been around, I think it's 29 years ago it started, and that was very much in response to when the Vietnamese boat people first arrived in Nova Scotia. It was formed with some volunteers to be able to support the Vietnamese boat people.
So far, what are some of your accomplishments?
From the merger?
Before the merger and from the merger?
No. Well, the merger's 2 days old, so we've merged. I think that's our biggest accomplishment. Before that, we see round about 2,000, we open around 2,000 new files each year. We see about 3,000 immigrants each year through our doors, but we open round about 2,000 immigrant files each year. So we provide a lot of services for clients.
So are there some of the immigrants who have settled and become successful in Halifax that you can remember of?
It's always the people. That's why we're here. It's always the people that are the most important ones. So I see people whose children were in our childcare as babies, and now those kids are at university. I see people who have opened businesses. People who one of the staff here, their doctor was a client many years ago. And I went to the hospital the other day, and there was a nurse there who was my client 10, 12 years ago. So it goes on and on and on. Yes, we feel really, really fortunate to have to do the work that we're doing.
So who are your main sponsors?
Federal government, provincial government, the Citizenship Immigration Canada, and the Nova Scotia Office of Immigration, both of which government departments have played a key role in being able to support immigrants, and we feel fortunate in having such great relationships with them.
So in case any private person wants to help your cause, is there any address or phone number, or maybe anyhow the person can get hold of you to donate, either in kind or maybe providing volunteer services?
We have around about 300 or 400 volunteers at any given time. They provide help in the ESL classroom. They provide help in the form as of a professional mentor, as a friend, helping people to navigate the grocery store. So we're always asking for volunteers to come, and if people are interested, they can go onto the website www.isisns.ca, or the telephone number is 423-7640. So we're always really, really happy to have volunteers. We couldn't do our work without the volunteers.
And what's your name again?
My name is Jerry Mills.
And your position?
I'm the Director of Operations of ISIS.
ISIS, that is what?
The Immigrant Settlement and Integration Services.
Thank you very much. You are in Haligonia.